President Obama in Russia urged the Russians today to look beyond its antagonism towards America and join the U.S. in combating common problems. Making a foreign policy speech, the president said the U.S. wants a strong, peaceful, and prosperous Russia. He took a similar tone in his meeting with Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. Jake Tapper is in Moscow tonight.
President Obama started his first ever meeting with Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin today by asking, how did we get here? What followed was a nearly hour-long discourse by Putin on the history of U.S.-Russian relations since the Cold War. Later today, President Obama told former Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, I thought it was important to listen.
We may not end up agreeing on everything, but I think that we can have a tone of mutual respect and consultation that will serve both the American people and the Russian people well.
Addressing Russian graduate students, business leaders, and opposition politicians today,
I think it's very important that I come before you with some humility.
The president was mindful that Russians complained the U.S. has talked down to them for too long. In an interview with ABC News, he called this new tone vital for national security.
Do we need Russia more than Russia needs us?
I think on a whole host of international issues, they recognize that a partnership with the United States will strengthen them and their interests.
And he argued his approach has meant modest progress on ending the nuclear threat from North Korea and Iran, despite, for instance, multiple North Korean missile launches over the weekend.
On North Korea, what we saw was very strong unanimity around a very strong sanctions regime that even 2 or 3 years ago might not have been imposed by either China or Russia. We're going to have to see whether a country like Russia, for example, is willing to work with us to apply pressure on Iran.
But it has not been all work for the first family here.
Sasha was walking down one of the halls of the Kremlin yesterday. She had her trench coat on, had her pockets in her trench coat. We called her Agent 99. She just looked like she knew where she was going. I thought she was going to pull out her shoe phone.
The president said he understood why this summit was somewhat overshadowed, saying that Michael Jackson, like Elvis and Sinatra, was somebody who captivated the imagination of the country. I assume at some point, he told me, people will start focusing again on things like nuclear weapons. Charlie?
All right, Jake Tapper.